Hey everyone, welcome to the show. Have you ever felt that pull, wanting to play it safe, but then also craving just a little bit of danger?
Ooh, yeah.
Well, that's exactly what we're diving into today
Oh,
with
fine.
Ivy Rose's Temptation.
Okay.
It's a dark romance that'll have you wondering, can love really bloom in the shadows?
Ooh.
It's kind of like Beauty and the Beast,
Okay.
but with a modern twist.
Right.
Little edgy and a lot
Yes.
more heat.
Oh my.
Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel. We have a lot more deep dives into books that everyone's talking about. And you can find a link to Temptation down in the description below on Amazon.
Awesome.
Okay, are you ready to unpack this world that Ivy Rose has created?
I'm so ready. Let's go.
Okay, let's go. So what really grabbed me about this book was how it just throws you right into the deep end.
Mm,
We meet Sienna. She's a preschool teacher
right.
living a pretty ordinary life.
Yes.
And suddenly she's entangled with Fabrizio Moretti.
Ooh, Fabrizio.
This man runs nightclubs.
Mm-hmm.
And let's just say he manages some extracurricular activities.
Yeah, the book doesn't shy away from how dangerous Fabrizio's world really is.
No, it does not.
And it makes you wonder, what would even happen if your everyday life collided with that kind of intensity?
It's a scary thought, right?
Yeah.
Like, what would you even do?
I don't know.
I don't know either.
And that's really where the dark romance element really kicks in.
Yes.
Because you have Sienna, who is this innocent, almost naive character,
Yeah.
and she's drawn to Fabrizio. And he embodies everything she should probably stay away from.
Right.
But there's this magnetism there, a darkness that's alluring and terrifying all at the same time.
Absolutely. And I was really struck by how Ivy Rose, the author, uses the attempted kidnapping of Fabrizio's children as the catalyst for everything.
Oh, yeah.
It's not just a plot device.
Right.
It throws them together
Mm-hmm.
and forces them to confront not only the danger that's around them,
Yeah.
but their own inner turmoil as well.
Absolutely. And it really makes you question the nature of trust
Yeah.
and protection.
Yeah.
Like Sienna's caring for the twins, and then all of a sudden she's a target,
Right.
or maybe even like a pawn in this bigger game.
Oh, for sure.
It makes you wonder who you can even believe,
Yes.
what everyone's true motives are.
And speaking of motives, let's talk about Fabrizio for a second.
Okay.
He's presented as a complex character, right?
Yeah.
Ruthless in business,
Mm-hmm.
but so devoted to his children.
Oh, absolutely.
There's this one scene
Okay.
where he's reading bedtime stories to the twins,
Yeah,
and it completely melts away this tough guy facade that he has.
totally.
So what do you make of those contrasting sides of his personality?
It's really fascinating because it speaks to, I think, the duality of his nature.
Yeah.
On one hand, he is a product of his environment, right?
Mhm.
Shaped by violence
Yeah.
and this need to protect his family.
Yeah.
But beneath all of that, I think there's a yearning for normalcy.
Right.
You know, a desire to shield his children from the darkness that he knows so well.
That's so true. And in a way, Sienna kind of represents that yearning for normalcy, right?
Absolutely. She represents this innocence
Yes.
and purity that he's lost touch with.
Yeah.
And despite the danger and like the forced proximity,
Mm-hmm.
there's this genuine connection that really starts to spark between them.
Yes.
And it makes you question, can love truly like blossom in this dark and twisted world? Like, is that even possible?
But then just when you think you're starting to understand everything, Ivy Rose throws this major curveball,
Oh, yeah.
revealing that Nicole, Fabrizio's sister-in-law, is behind all of this.
What?
I know, right?
I did not see that coming.
I know.
Wow.
She's driven by revenge, blaming Fabrizio for the death of her fiancé
Oh, wow.
and the downfall of her hand.
That's heavy.
It is.
That reveal was a total shocker.
I know.
It shifts everything. You have to reevaluate everyone. Like, are they being honest?
I know. It really makes you think those closest to us could be the biggest threat.
Seriously. It adds another layer to Fabrizio, too, right?
Oh, for sure.
He isn't just fighting outside forces. He's dealing with his past and betrayal by someone he trusted.
And Sienna's stuck in the middle of it all.
Exactly. Her life went from so ordinary to totally tangled up in secrets and danger.
Right.
And she never wavers from her morals.
That's what's so amazing about her. Thrown into this crazy world, but still compassionate even for Fabrizio.
Yeah, that's what starts to break through his rough exterior, you know?
And then just when things are about to explode, They escape to Miami.
It's such a turning point for them.
Totally. It's not just about being safe. It's where they connect on a deeper level.
Yeah, away from all that danger. The Miami beach house is like a bubble.
Right.
Totally different from the darkness they've been in. We start to see Fabrizio let his dark down, be vulnerable with Sienna.
One scene that really got me was when he opens up about losing his wife, Lexi.
Oh, yeah.
We hadn't seen that side of him before.
It really shows how deeply he grieves and how it shaped him. Fabrizio's not just some cold criminal. He's a man who loved deeply and lost so much. He's afraid of it happening again.
And Sienna, even with her own fears, she comforts him. You know, he gets it.
Yeah, there's that moment when they're watching the sunrise.
Yeah.
Sienna tells him it's okay to let go, to let himself be happy again.
So powerful.
It's a big message for both of them.
But of course, the danger comes back. That kidnapping at the warehouse is intense.
So intense.
Even with all his power, Fabrizio can't protect her completely.
Yeah, you can't control everything. It makes Fabrizio feel so guilty, like he brought her into this and could destroy her.
And then we find out Sienna's colleague's husband is involved.
Oh, man.
That's crazy, right? Danger can be anywhere.
Yeah, and it makes you question everybody.
Right.
Sienna has to realize that her own life wasn't as simple as she thought.
The confrontation with Nicole is like the climax of everything.
Oy.
Her motives are so twisted. You can see all her anger at Fabrizio.
Ivy Rose does a good job, though, showing Nicole's pain, too.
Yeah.
She's not just a villain. She's desperate for revenge, you know?
When she dies, it ends the thread, but Fabrizio's still dealing with so much.
Oh, yeah.
Relief Sienna's okay, but so guilty about everything.
It's like a weight's been lifted, but the scars are still there.
That's when Sienna's strength is really clear. She doesn't shy away from Fabrizio's dark side. She wants him to face his past and feel again.
There's that powerful scene where he finally tells her he loves her.
Oh, yeah.
It's raw and vulnerable, and you don't expect it. It changes everything between them.
It does. It goes from fear to something much deeper.
Way deeper. And then we get those moments that show how they've both changed. The pancake breakfast, Sienna bonding with the twins, even a normal date night.
I love those parts.
It feels like a future neither of them could have imagined.
So true. It shows you that even in the darkness, hope exists.
And real love can heal.
Oh, man. And then that last twist, Sienna's pregnant.
What?
I know. After all her struggles with infertility, it's such a surprise.
It really makes you think about fate and second chances, right?
It does. It's a symbol of hope. After everything, they get this gift, a family built on love.
It also shows how strong Sienna is.
Total.
Overcoming so much.
And for Fabrizio, it's a chance to break free from all that violence in his family.
Yeah.
He can leave a legacy of love instead.
I love the ending, hearing the baby's heartbeat. It's so beautiful.
Me too. It's like their journey is complete, love really is powerful, and humans are so strong.
Ivy Rose is so good at mixing dark and light, danger and desire, you know? Temptation isn't just romance. It's about how complicated we are and how hope can exist anywhere.
She uses such amazing language, too. You're right there with them.
Totally. Feeling their pain, their fear, and then their triumphs.
This book stays with you. It makes you think about love, choices, second chances.
It does. So smart. Before we wrap up our deep dive into temptation, there's one thing I wanted to mention, the idea of vulnerability.
Oh, good point.
Both Sienna and Fabrizio have to face it.
Sienna being thrown into danger forces her to be strong.
Yes, and Fabrizio, who always wants to be in control, has to let go of that, let himself be loved.
That's when they really connect.
Exactly.
Their love grows.
It reminds us that strength comes from being open with people we trust, not hiding our weaknesses.
And Ivy Rose uses the setting, too, right?
Oh, yeah.
Like Fabrizio's world is so dark and the Miami house is bright and open.
Absolutely. The setting totally shows that change from danger and hiding to hope and healing. It's like you can feel them relax when they get to Miami.
Yeah.
That's when they really connect.
And even when the danger comes back, they face it as a team.
Right.
That trust they built can handle anything.
And because of that trust, they find redemption. Fabrizio's carrying all this guilt, but Sienna believes in him, and that helps him.
And Sienna, at first she was scared of his world,
Yeah.
but she found a strength she didn't know she had.
It's like love helps them grow and change.
It really is.
It doesn't mean forgetting the past, you know?
Right.
It means learning from the darkness and moving on.
With hope.
With hope.
One thing that really stuck with me was how Sienna isn't a typical damsel in distress.
Oh, I know, right?
She's in danger, but she fights back. She makes her own choices.
Yes.
And she saves herself.
She isn't just going along with whatever Fabrizio wants.
Yeah.
She pushes him, supports him, helps him break free from his past.
It's not a fairy tale.
No.
It's messy and dangerous.
But that makes it good.
It does.
It feels real.
Right.
And it gives you hope. Even in dark places, love can still exist.
So if you love dark romance, complex characters, and a plot that keeps you guessing, check out Temptation.
You'll be hooked. It makes you think about love, redemption, and wanting more.
It does. Well, that's our deep dive into Temptation by Ivy Rose.
So good.
Hope you enjoyed it.
Yeah.
What did you think? What part of the book did you love?
Yeah, tell us in the comments.
And subscribe for more deep dives. We love talking about books with you all.
Yes, we do.
Until next time, happy reading.